in reality, that millennial market that you're talking about, they're not looking to spend a lot of time in the house. And I'm hearing a lot where they want land. They want a garden, they want to grow their own food, they want to explore all the land possibilities that they can have. And back to a real quick point, USDA loans. I'm getting asked a lot about that. Even somebody who could buy a single family home on a $700,000 piece of property, they're actually talking to me about these USDA properties. You want to review those loan points real quick with me?
Yeah, so the USDA just stands for the United States Department of Agriculture, and it's a great loan, but there's two big items of that is one, location. You have to be in a rural area, so in our area in Sarasota, Bradenton, usually that means east of Interstate I-75, okay? All of Palmetto qualifies for USDA. Northport, on the other hand, does not. They changed the map. So if you're looking at Northport, it does not qualify for USDA. And then the other thing is income. So it's really a low to moderate income loan, supposedly. So it's income capped. So in other words, you can make too much money and not qualify.
Right.
So it goes by family size, Sandra. So a family of two can make, I think, up to $91,000. A family of three can make a little more. A family of four, vice versa. So when you start looking, and so you got to do your homework ahead of time, and I can help you do that. So I'll do all the research and check all the parameters to make sure that works for you.
All of Palmetto is USDA?
Yeah, all of Palmetto qualifies. Parrish, Ellenton. So that's some really good things. There's a lot of newer homes out that way. So a lot of people think of that being you need a farm, like you said, land, but you can find established neighborhoods with that as well. Ruskin, Apollo Beach. So there's a lot of areas to qualify, zero down. And another little trick is we get the seller to pay some of the closing costs. You can imagine the biggest thing holding young people back from buying a home if they don't have the money. They may have the job and the credit, but not the money. So USDA, I just did one where the person bought a $280,000 home. They only needed about $800 of their own money to move in. That's less than first class and security for rent. It was less money than rent. So pretty amazing.
Wow, good job, Dave. And with all this information, people are going to want to get a hold of you and call you directly. What's the best cell phone number for you?
Best phone number is 941-724-7653, 724-7653. And you can catch me on nights, weekends, whatever you need, I'm here.
Right, thank you for that. You answered the phone when you're out doing yard work yesterday a lot. And it's near the end of the month, and I know mortgage brokers are working quadruple time getting everything ready to close because things fall apart, they get stitched back together, they fall apart, they come together. But ironically, we have a lot of closings at the end of the month. Your next couple of days are going to be super busy, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. We've been blessed, and you said the market's really hot, the refinance market's really hot. So together, you really need Sandra, you need a team, because we always talk about you're the concierge, you're the boots on the ground. I love hearing your stories, and I love seeing the real numbers every week. It's amazing.
Well, and I appreciate you, Dave. You have a good morning. I know you got to go, and we'll talk. I'm sure we'll talk again this week about specific clients and any final words about the market that happened that I haven't brought up.
Well, the Fed announced last week that they're going to continue to keep interest rates low. A lot of people track that and monitor that. So we haven't seen rates change from one week to the next. So now still a good time. So everyone always wants to know about the rates. They're still historically low.
Excellent. Thank you, Dave. Have a good day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Excellent. And in the mortgage market minutes, in part of what's going on in our community, I want to make an announcement that Home Depot is going to be doing a fence build at one of our recipients' home in Inglewood. And they're donating all the supplies, but when COVID-19 dropped everything and these businesses were not sending their employee volunteers out, because of my relationships with all the builders and contracts here for years and years and years, H&Y Fence stepped up. Jerry Mills, his family, they have a business right off of Cattleman. And if you live anywhere in Sarasota or Manatee County and you have an excellent fence, there's a good chance that H&Y Fence put that up for several generations. They are the most excellent fence builders. So any of my buyers or sellers, if there's anything going on with the fence, and Jerry helped me put together the spec list for Home Depot that said, this is what this recipient needs. Jerry knows the code, he knows what permits have to be pulled. So when all of this kind of got rearranged in the last 90 days, Home Depot gave the National PTSD Service Association, our foundation, me and my husband run, that gives veterans and first responders service dogs, highly trained working dogs. And Home Depot gave us a grant in the form of a gift certificate that's going to be redeemed at the Inglewood Home Depot. And October 5th, we're picking up the supplies, and October 6th, the fence is going to be installed. Now, we made these plans in concrete actually about 10 days ago. We had no idea any of what else was going to happen. So it very well might happen that by October 6th, for the fence build, I'll be able to put in place a normal volunteer, let's have fun and show up. And even though Jerry's crew is going to be in charge getting the fence up, I don't know if I'm going to have a food truck there or not. And I don't even know if any now of the Home Depot people are going to show up, but Jerry and his crew are going to get it all done. They believe it'll only take the day. And as things progress, I want to announce how amazing Home Depot and their grants to the National PTSD, our community foundation that helps everyone in this community, and the footprint of this, we can grow to the point, our foundation, where we help other best practices around the country, because recently in the last 120 days, there are a lot of dog facilities that have said, okay, there's a lot going on and we're struggling. So our foundation is set up so that we have different trainers at different facilities in the area that address the needs of our specific veteran or first responder and that specific dog. It's very customized, and we're excited about this. And that's what I do with everything that's going on with real estate. All these transactions mean not only do I get to help more situations come together because of these fabulous relationships, but it also helps every transaction, every person that Dave and I are helping in real estate educate you. When it flows through my business, it then goes to support this foundation of giving these highly trained service dogs to veterans and first responders. We can go all the way up to Hillsborough County, Manatee, Sarasota. We can go to Charlotte and Lee. Our preferred area right now is Sarasota and Manatee County. And in doing that with Home Depot, we also have great community support from Walmart. And all of that has meant that it enables individuals who give a lot of volunteer time and people around the United States, because we have a national mailer that goes out. We have a lot of support from people around the United States that see what we're doing. So I'm looking forward to opening up and doing more live video of actual events with some of our partner businesses that happen to have a national footprint in our area. So I appreciate anything that you do that supports the National PTSD Service Association. And as a professional, I will continue to look to give you information on the Siesta Key area that comes all the way 35 miles of beach and about 6 islands, from all the way to Minnesota Key all the way up to Anna Marie Island. And waterfront property with acreage is very looked at right now from around the world and the country, and also acreages. So any questions that you have, feel free to messenger me. And in the meantime, I'm going to get back to work on some of these real estate transactions. I'm available to answer any questions by messenger anytime you need me, or we'll just roll forward and try to answer it next week when I read it. Have a great day. I'm Sandra LaFlamme with eXp Realty.